Thank you for turning to page 121. Today we're going to jump into the Monster Manual 2 from 1983, and we're going to look at a Behir. A Behir? What the heck is that? Well, it Behir. This is a great mid to upper level monster. They are 1 to 2 appearing, armor class 4, 15-inch move, explained below, 12 hit dice, very formidable. Number of attacks 1 and 1 or 1 and 6, depending on what you're doing. Damage is 2 to 8, 2 to 5, or 2 to 8 and 6 at 1 to 6. Special attacks is a lightning bolt. Special defense is immune to electricity and poison. Low intelligence, neutral evil, and they are large, 40 foot long. These things, by the way, the picture here, the character Randall from Monsters Inc. I always thought that looked like the Behir. I know it's not. I know it's just coincidence, but I always thought they looked alike. The Behir is a snake-like reptilian monster with 12 legs that could allow it to move with considerable speed and climb well at half normal speed. The considerable speed being 15-inch movement rate. And I do allow them to climb vertical surfaces at half their speed. In this case, I round up, so to be 8-inch climb going straight up a wall. And I do allow it to go straight up the wall. I think it's neat. That's just at my table. It can fold its limbs close to its long, narrow body and slither in snake fashion if it desires. The head is more crocodilian than snake-like. Attack is by biting and looping its body around the victim and squeezing. If the latter succeeds, that's the squeeze, the victim is subject to 6 talent attacks next round. Behir can discharge a 20-foot long stroke of electrical damage once per 10 rounds. It's once a turn. This lightning bolt causes 24 damage unless the saving throw versus breath is made, and then half damage is applicable if you make the save. Behirs sometimes swallow prey whole. There's a 10% chance there will be some small items of value inside the monster, such as gems, jewelry, and a small magic item indigestible nature like a dagger, any kind of jewelry, any kind of magical stuff like that. The Behir swallows whole on a 20, with effects similar to those caused by purple worms. So if it rolls a 20, it's going to eat you. Behirs have band-like scales of great hardness. Their color ranges from ultramarine to deep blue with bands of gray-brown. The belly is pale blue. So pretty neat monster. I've always loved the Behir. It's a really good one to throw. You can hit a party with these at about 7th or 8th level. They're really formidable then, and even at 10th, 12th level, a couple of these will definitely keep a party on their toes. I've done the mated pair where they have, 2 or 3 younglings. I'll do the younglings as about half of all the stats, so instead of 12 dice, 6 dice. I move the armor class up to about a 6 and reduce the damage on the attacks. But it's kind of neat to have a whole little Behir family defending their nest or attacking for food or whatever it is that they're doing. I think it's neat. I love the lightning bolt for 24 points of damage. No dice roll needed, saved for half. And it's a 20-foot long stroke. I let it fill a 10-foot wide corridor. That's just at my table. It doesn't state how wide the bolt is here, but I think that's pretty good. I love that they're also aligned at neutral evil and low intelligence. So these are just dumb, mean monsters. And I like that. I think that's really good. And I love the leg attacks. I love the fact they're immune to electricity and poison. One of the earliest encounters I did with a Behir, which is right after this book came out, I actually had a player hit it with a lightning bolt, and it did absolutely nothing to it. A player was a little dismayed. The rest of the group got a little nervous that maybe this was more than it seemed to be, but it was just a case where the players weren't familiar with the newer monster. I love Monster Manual 2. I realized that a lot of these monsters appeared in other modules and such. I think the Behir did, although it escapes me at the moment which one it would have been, which module. So if you know, put it in the comments below, but I believe I did see this in a module before I saw it in Monster Manual 2. Monster Manual 2 brought so many great monsters to the table. So 12 hit dice, armor class 4. They're not going to exhaust your party at 8th to 10th level, but they are going to be a bit of a challenge. You can also crank the challenge level in this thing by dropping that armor class from 4 to a 0 or a -4, and that's going to definitely make this creature a lot more formidable, so you're going to be able to move it up the encounter scale. So if it's, armor class 0, 12 hit dice, I'd make the encounter level sometime around 9th, 10th level rather than lower than that, because otherwise it might be too much for your players. So, as always, you can play with the armor classes and hit dice on monsters. It's your game, your table. You do what you like. And I don't stay locked into that. If I change the armor class just one time, it's just a one-time change. My players know that. I just like to change things up to keep things fresh. But there you have it. Just a quick look at a Behir. Definitely a formidable opponent out of the Monster Manual 2. And I recommend its use at the table. And that's all I've got. Let me know any comments about Behir that you have encountered. Stuff you've done with them. Have you made any magic items based on the Behir itself? Anything like that, I'd be interested in hearing it about. Also, please like and subscribe to the video. Tell your friends. And please take a look at the Patreon. See if you can help me out there. But that's all I've got today on page 121. Thanks for your time. And I'll see you next time.